History erased them, but they ruled battlefields. They said women didn't fight wars in Africa. History lied. Before colonizers rewrote the story, before textbooks went silent, before their names disappeared, they were generals. They were kings in everything but name. They led armies into blood-soaked battlefields and won. From the forests of West Africa to the deserts of the Sahel, to the heart of powerful kingdoms, women didn't just fight, they dominated. This is the untold story of Africa's most feared warriors, the women history tried to bury. And what you're about to hear changes everything you thought you knew. For centuries, one idea kept repeating: war is for men. European historians wrote it. Colonial powers reinforced it. School systems spread it. But Africa tells a different story. Long before foreign invasion, many African societies didn't limit women to the background. Women ruled kingdoms. They controlled trade. They commanded armies. The idea that African women were passive, it wasn't just wrong, it was deliberate, because powerful women don't fit into a controlled narrative. And so, they were erased, but not completely. Fragments survived. Oral traditions, songs, war chants, and hidden inside those fragments are stories powerful enough to rewrite history. In the kingdom of Dahomey, an army existed that shocked the world. An army of women. They were called the Agoji, but Europeans gave them another name, the Amazons. Elite, ruthless, unstoppable. They trained from a young age. No fear, no hesitation. They climbed walls covered in thorns barefoot. They fought with rifles, machetes, and raw precision. They endured pain without flinching. Their loyalty belonged to one thing, the king. And in battle, they showed no mercy. European soldiers wrote in fear about them, describing how these women charged into gunfire without retreat. They didn't just defend their kingdom, they terrified entire armies. Not all warriors fought with swords. Some fought with strategy. Queen Nzinga of Ndongo and Matamba was one of the most brilliant leaders Africa ever produced. She faced the Portuguese Empire, slave traders, armed forces far stronger than hers. But she never surrendered. In one famous meeting, the Portuguese refused to give her a chair. So she did something unforgettable. She ordered one of her servants to kneel and sat on their back. She would never negotiate as less than equal. Nzinga used alliances, guerrilla warfare, psychological tactics. She adapted constantly, outthinking enemies again and again. For decades, she resisted domination, not just as a queen, but as a commander. In the Ashanti Empire, a war began over something sacred, the golden stool, a symbol of the nation's soul. The British demanded it. The men hesitated, but one woman stood up, Asantewaa. She didn't wait for permission. She didn't accept fear. She declared war, and she led it. Under her command, thousands fought back, not just to defend land, but identity. She proved something powerful. Leadership isn't given, it's taken. Even when the odds were impossible, she fought, and her name became legend. Long before colonial maps, Amina of Zaria expanded her kingdom through war. She didn't inherit peace. She built power, leading armies across vast lands. She conquered territory after territory, but she didn't stop at victory. She fortified her empire, massive defensive walls, still remembered today. Her campaigns changed trade routes, shifted power across regions, and established her as one of the greatest military leaders of her time. Not just a warrior, a strategist, a builder, a ruler. So, why don't we hear these stories? Why weren't they taught? Because powerful women challenge control. Colonial systems rewrote narratives. They minimized resistance. They erased strength. And stories of women leading armies didn't fit the version of history they wanted, so they were pushed aside. But truth has a way of surviving. And now, these stories are returning, not as myths, but as reality. Everything you were told was incomplete. African women didn't just exist in history. They shaped it. They led wars. They defended kingdoms. They changed the course of nations. And if this story surprised you, then imagine how many more are still hidden. So here's what you do next. Subscribe now, because these are the stories they don't teach. Share this video, because history deserves to be told right. And turn on notifications, because the next story will go even deeper. And if you want to see another forgotten empire rise and fall, watch the next video on your screen now. The story of an African kingdom so powerful, it made the world tremble. You don't want to miss it.